Simplifying rational expressions. Again, our very first step, always, is to factor our numerator and the denominator. Now, both of these are trinomials, so we have to consider this value in front of our a squared, so we have to factor this using our lucky method. So my factors of 2a squared minus a minus 15 would be 2a and an a. This is going to be a minus 3. So a 2a plus 5 and an a minus 3 will equate to a negative 1. In my denominator, my factors would be 2a and 2a. No, this is wrong. This should be a 4 and 1. This should be a minus 1 and a minus 3. This would give me negative 12 and a negative 1, which would add to negative 13. All right, before I move on to now canceling our expressions, I want to talk about non-permissible values. And what a non-permissible value is a value in your denominator that does not satisfy the expression. So we know when we divide fractions that this entire expression in my denominator cannot equate to 0, because we cannot divide anything by 0. So what we want to consider is our non-permissible values, and so that is our non-permissible values on our a value. So you ask yourself, well, what would a have to be in order for these two factors to actually equate to 0? So in this case, a cannot equal a positive 3, because 3 minus 3 would give me 0, and 0 divided times anything would be 0. So a could not equal 3. Also here, a could not equal positive 1 over 4. Because if we substituted a 1 over 4 in here, 4 times 1/4 would be 1. 1 minus 1 would give me 0, and 0 times anything would be 0. So whenever we're working with rational expressions, we always have to consider our non-permissible values. And we consider these after we factor. So we're still going to always factor this first and then talk about non-permissible values. So I'm going to now cancel my a minus 3's, or my common factors, and I'm left with a 2a plus 5 over a 4a minus 1. And that is simplifying rational expressions.